Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, and we are going balls deep on 10,000 calorie challenges. Before we get started, remember to subscribe to my second channel, Daily Swole Podcast. It's available in the featured channel section, and you can catch the live streams every single day. So if you love going balls deep, if you love the nuts on your chin, if you love all that knowledge cock, please join me over there so you can get slapped with it every single day. You can also subscribe to the Daily Swole Podcast everywhere, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you like to use your device. I can be in your ear holes. So that being said, I've been getting a lot of messages for the last several weeks, if not the last couple months, about these fitness influencers, personalities, people that do these 10,000 calorie challenges. And like I've said from the beginning of my channel, and especially since that whole mess with Brittany Dawn and all this stuff, is that people do YouTube videos for the views. This video is for the views. I want you to watch it. I want you to share. I want you to tag. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe. I want you to be a part of this channel, and that's why I make these videos. I don't make them to shove them under the bed. I make them to post them for attention, for the audience, for all of you. And when anyone posts any kind of video, they're doing it for the views. Same thing goes with those 10,000 calorie a day challenges. I think the issue that people are having with these 10K challenge food consumption videos is that they're usually coming from fitness personalities. And there is this kind of war going on. I mean, there's a war going on with everything, whether it's carnivore, vegan. In the fitness industry, there's a lot of cannibalization. And of course, with body positivity and fat acceptance and diet culture, there's just so many things that you can take aside and go one way or the other with. When it comes to food, when it comes to nutrition, there's a war outside the fitness industry. There's a war on health. There's a war with diabetes, metabolic syndrome, obesity, like I've talked about in recent videos. This is a real war. This is reality. And people get addicted to food, especially these processed foods. And if you're doing a 10,000 calorie challenge, you're not eating sweet potatoes and grass-fed beef. You're pounding lots of processed sugar. You're pounding a lot of these foods that are not serving you nutritionally, that are only giving you empty calories. And this is the kind of stuff that is killing people all over the country, and it's starting to spread around the world. Here is the nips and the tits of this whole thing. You get people that say there's no such thing as a good food or a bad food. There's just calories. There's no such thing as a bad food. And that's kind of true, because the words good and bad are subjective. It's subjective. It's your opinion. Good doesn't have any kind of context. Bad doesn't have like a definition. It depends on what parameters you're setting based on your subjective opinion. So if I say that food is bad, someone else might say that food is good. Like, what are we talking about here? I am not demonizing in this video any one particular type of food. What I am saying is that some foods, for some people, are not good. They cause a lot of sensitivities and intolerance reactions and allergies. And there are some foods that cause bloating and migraines and joint pain. And some of these science and fitness fucking jabronis are eliminating this from their videos. They're eliminating this from their content, and they're just focusing on the numerical values, caloric surplus or caloric deficit. And although that's true, there are thousands of people in the Swolenormous community and in the world that have gone through the process of the elimination diet, of going through and picking out certain foods that are very commonly causing people issues. They've done this and their life has transformed. This goes down to dairy and gluten and processed sugar and all these things a lot of people don't want to demonize, myself included. I'm not trying to demonize, I just want you to figure out which foods are best for you. When you see these 10,000 calorie challenges, it strongly conflicts with any aspect of health, because we have an epidemic in this country with people with food addictions. They're addicted to food. And I will fucking tell you, I've never heard anyone tell me that they're addicted to sweet potatoes or watermelon or grass-fed beef, like addicted. Like I have a compulsion, I can't go through my day without a sweet potato. No, it usually comes down to fast food or soda or chips or some kind of comfort food, some type of instant mouth pleasure that's gonna get them off mentally, and their brain just thinks, oh, sugar, sweet, this is what we need, because we're programmed to look for fruit and stuff in nature, right? When we're hunting and gathering, this is how our bodies have evolved. And when you get fitness professionals that are pushing this unhealthy style of eating, of binge eating. I know that the people making these videos are going for the views. They don't eat like that all the time. And it's not that they want people to be unhealthy, but that's who the audience is. That's who the audience is. We have to understand the influence of the content we put out. Those of you that are following me, that are subscribed to my channel, those are eyes. Every time I get a view, those are 2 eyes that are watching, 2 ears that are listening to my content, that are listening to the message I put out. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying everyone's going to agree with everything that I fucking say, but I do recognize the responsibility to put out information that's at least authentic to myself with the understanding that it's going to have an effect on people. No one's going to be perfect. No one's going to say everything correctly. You can't send out a message and everyone is going to take it and learn something from everything. There's always going to be those thumbs down. There's always going to be those people that don't agree. You can't, like, not everyone. That's why there's so many YouTube channels and so many YouTube videos. There's something for everyone. Everyone's going to follow one person or 2 people. You're going to click with someone. It's like going to a yoga class. You're going to have an instructor that you just click with and connect with, and other people are like, I just can't get into the flow. I just can't get into that relaxation rhythm just because of their voice, or maybe, who knows, maybe it reminds you of the way your mother talks or your father talks. Like, who knows? But you're gonna like someone, you follow my content because you like something about the way I deliver it, okay? And that's gonna be the same for whether it's Stephanie Buttermore, I believe, that Jeffrey Nips girl, you know, or whoever it is, because that's normally what I get the message about. It's about Stephanie Buttermore, and I don't watch her content. I don't have the time and the inclination. I get the concept. You're eating a lot of food. You're doing it for the views. Come on, everyone's doing this shit for the fucking views. So that being said, we have to understand the responsibility of the content we put out. Doesn't mean we're gonna be perfect. Doesn't mean we have to change how we deliver the content. But understand that when you're doing these 10,000 calorie challenges, you're doing it in front of people that have this addiction to food. And they're gonna look at that, and most people don't understand. Most people don't understand what that means or what that is. They look at it and they think, oh wow, she or he is in shape. He or she can be lean and still be a fitness influencer or a fitness personality and eat 10,000 calories. Wow, I wanna be like that. And then it gets and perpetuates this whole concept of cheat meals and cheating and this cyclical process of just stuffing your fucking face with whatever you fucking want, whether or not it fits your macros or whether or not you have intolerances or sensitivities or allergies. I want people to fucking take control of their nutrition. And I know that if I'm posting all this binge eating, it's not sending the right message. You can't deny that it sends a shitty message, especially coming from someone who is big in the fitness industry, that has a big subscriber base. And you can't assume that everyone's gonna take it properly, but it's kind of like the FDA. When you go to GNC or Vitamin Shop or wherever you get supplements, and you go and you say, hey, they don't take responsibility. The FDA does not approve or condone or say that it, cures, treats any illness, sickness, or disease, right? They put the disclaimer on there because they leave it up to the consumer, which is great because it gives us the opportunity to choose. But people don't look at that. They look at the marketing. Lose weight quickly, build muscle fast, blah, 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 blah. Take this and get stronger and get bigger and get better pumps. That's what people see. It becomes background noise. It's very fucking slick. That FDA shit on the back, you just see it everywhere. So it becomes just like the grass or the sky in the background. You just don't notice it anymore. It becomes background noise. So let's take some more responsibility as an audience. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of bad messages that you don't agree with, but that's why understanding and building your own ability to discern the bullshit from the real shit, okay? It's up to the audience always. You can't put all the responsibility on the creators. And even though I don't agree with what she's doing, with what many other people are doing for the views, the audience has to also understand that creators are creating for the audience, for the views. But it becomes a little bit more apparent where those messages conflict. And you start to see, oh, they're doing this more for the views than to help their audience. Oh, you start to see that rift. And the audience is smart. You all are smart. And I know you are. And I respect that shit. And I think we all understand that creators want to get attention. That's why we do this. But your intent behind that attention is going to come to the surface, and the real shit will rise to the top, and the people that are abusing their attention just to get more views and have nothing really valuable to offer will be exposed long term, and their audience will kind of get keen to that, and it'll start to dwindle away. So I don't think necessarily that everyone has to be attacked. I don't think everything has to be like, you're wrong and you're right, because that's just based on opinion anyway. And I'll voice my opinion here on my channel because, like I always say, it's my fucking channel. I'll do what I want. But that separation and that kind of conscious awareness of what videos you're watching, what channel you're watching, who you're watching, how that information is being delivered, you need to take it with a grain of salt and understand that everyone's posting videos to get views, for the attention, but then also cross-check that with the message. And is the message on that channel or from that person consistent? Is their intent tangible? Like, can you feel what that person is actually trying to promote? Are they just trying to sell you something all the time? Are they really providing you value? Or are they just kind of flaunting the fact that they can get away with shit and just binge eat? It makes for a great thumbnail when you look and you see a whole table full of food and the person's like this, and they have a nice thumbnail like that and it attracts clicks and shit. You start to realize what people are doing and why they're doing it, their real intent behind making content. And I hope that my intent is coming across even when I make fucking ridiculous videos. I think it does, because you all, support me, and we've been growing this channel really fast lately, and I'm enjoying making straight up fucking balls deep content like this. So what do you think about the 10,000 calorie challenges? What do you think about Stephanie and her videos? Because a lot of you have been messaging me specifically about her. What do you think about anyone else? Is there anyone else that's doing this shit better or worse? I don't follow a lot of people's content, so I don't know what's out there in terms of the 10,000 calorie challenges, but I have seen a lot of titles. You type it into YouTube and boom, you just get a ton. So it's not about whether you can get away with it, it's about whether or not you can get away with it with your audience, and whether people are really trying to break those addictions to food, if people are really trying to get healthier, if people are really trying to make a difference with their life and with their health. And that kind of underlying intention will expose itself eventually. The cream rises to the top. It's not about how many voices there are, it's about how many voices are actually backed by authenticity that will be standing in the end. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed how deep we went. Almost put the balls in, fam. Almost put the balls in too. Ladies, you're welcome. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed to my second channel, Daily Swole Podcast, please check out the featured channels down below and the links in the cards in the description so you can subscribe to the Daily Swole Podcast, where I go live every single day. And also you can subscribe to the Daily Swole Podcast on your favorite podcast app so you can bang your ear holes, and then you can just always have Papa Swolio. You can have me in the car, in the gym, when you're warming up, when you're smashing some fucking weights, when you're on vacation on the beach this summer, wherever you are. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time where we go balls deep to the taint again. Peace. East Coast with the gang, 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 West Coast with